Hello, VillaBraves here, and welcome back to my Bolton Wanderers FIFA 17 career mode. So today's episode is going to be as brief as I can make it. We're just going to have like a mid-season sort of report. We've reached January the 1st, so ahead of the transfer window. I just want to sort of run over a brief sort of look at the objectives overview, quick look through some of the squad, and a quick look at transfer or potential transfer targets. So started off with the objectives overview. I just ignore the manager rating every time I restart or reload the save. It's always dropped drastically, so I just ignore that. So anyway, youth development. So I've already signed 4 players into the midfielder position. I just have to play 2 of them in 10 matches, either as a part of the starting 11 or coming on as a sub. And I have 2 players that will do that easily, and we'll look at those during the squad report. Brand exposure, another one. I have no control over this, so whether we achieve it, who knows. It doesn't look like we're on target at the moment, but it's a low priority. Continental success has no objectives for obvious reasons. Domestic success, which is critical to win the league title. Well, I can't remember exactly how many points we are behind, but it's going to be a bit of a tall order. There's 20 games to go, but we'll give it our best shot. And the FA Cup reached the round of 32 stage. Well, we're in the 3rd round, so that's the round of 64. So we just have to try and get through the next round. And financial, I touched on this right, the beginning of the career mode after the first transfer window. I thought this referred to after the first season, but it was that first transfer window, so obviously I failed that one. So that's where we are with the objectives. Let's have a quick look at the squad now. Okay, so I'm not going to go through every single player in the squad. I'm just going to look mainly at the ones that do play regularly, and the academy players who I've signed up, and the ones who are getting close to achieving the 10 appearances. So Howard, who's my regular goalkeeper, pretty steady. No difference to his overall, but he's a pretty steady keeper. Lewis Buxton, my regular starter right back. He's going to be one of the areas that I look at in the transfer market. But he's been pretty steady, and again, no difference to his overall. Derek, he's got some good potential. I think he's versatile as well. I can play him at CDM if I need to, or in the midfield. So he's not a regular starter, but he's made 21 appearances overall. Beavers, again, pretty steady. Made 1 improvement in his overall. David Wheater, another regular starter, averaging 7.5 per game, so he's been pretty consistent. Taylor is my regular starter at left back. Again, no overall sort of or change to his overall. Thorpe is one of the players that's on loan, so I don't play him that much. Right, so Tyler Wilson is one of my academy players. As you can see, he's already grown 7 points. He's been out injured for about 6 or 7 weeks, but I like him. I put him into the first team actually. I like the way he feels. He's only about 5'9", I think, something like that. He's very versatile. He's very quick. I like the way he plays. So he when he's fully fit again, he will be going back into the first team. Moraes, I'm going to be looking at right midfield. I have Moraes and James Henry. James Henry's on loan, so I'm losing him at the end of the season. And Moraes is 31, so I need to strengthen there. Billy Mason, though, I have coming through. He's another academy player, so I do have some backup there. But I mean, I would like to get a more experienced player in as well, certainly to replace Henry. Taylor's out on loan. Liam Trotter, he's pretty average. Mark Davis is one player that I'm definitely going to get rid of. He just doesn't cut it for me. missed some absolute sitters in the last episode, and he just doesn't. I just don't feel comfortable playing with him. Pratley has been hardly used. He's getting on a bit. Josh Vella, I've been missing this guy. He's been out injured for quite a while now, but he'll be back in the team as soon as he's fully fit. Jay Spearing, pretty consistent as well. He's been pretty good. This guy, I call him Solomon. He's improved by 3 points, and he's got some speed. Just needs to do a bit better with his ball control, but yeah, he's not too bad. Harrison Moore is another guy coming through the academy. He's made a couple of appearances so far. But Billy Shaw is the other one who's going to be probably, or who will be the one who achieves the 10 appearances. He's made 7 appearances so far. Scored 3 goals, and I think he got I'm not sure, I can't remember whether he got a hat-trick actually in that Checker Trade Trophy game. But yeah, he's got good potential. Guidi, he's another academy player. He's grown 5 already, so he's another he's a right winger, so potential for the right side of the midfield. Luckman is on loan from Everton, so I use him sort of as a sub mainly. Chris Long is already I'm going to lose him. He's on loan. Wilkinson has done pretty well lately. He's scored a few goals. He's not prolific, but he's improved as the season's got on. Gary Medine, hardly use him. He's going to go. And players without faces, they're going to go as well. Max Clayton, okay, this has been my star player so far. 11 goals in 16 league games. Didn't start him at the beginning of the season, but boy has he proved me wrong. Averaging 7.7 a game as well. 13 goals in 21 overall appearances. So he's been doing the business. Jamie Proctor. So that's basically it on the squad. So no real great standout players. So we need to look at improving in certain areas. Quick look then at my shortlist, which is quite long. I have about 3.5 million available to spend, and a wage budget of around about 56,000, which is a 70-30 split of my total budget available. So that can obviously be adjusted as necessary. Now I'm not going to look at spending the 3.5 million for spending's sake. I'm looking with a view at, I'm going to be positive and look to I'm going to get promotion. May be wrong. I mean, that may be being a bit presumptuous, but there are some players here who are available on free or pre-contract agreements. So I'm looking at next season. There may be 1 or 2 that I will try and bring in if I can to strengthen for this season. Yeah, I've got pretty much most areas of the pitch covered. I've just got a few more scouting reports to get in. Vieira from Leeds, Ledson of Oxford, Andre Green from Villa, and Ollie Watkins from Exeter. So once I get those in, and yeah, once there are any player movements, whether they're players leaving, because I'm going to look to move some of them on as well. But any player movements in or out, I'll bring those. Any news of that during all the episodes. So we'll just take a quick look at the calendar now, see what we've got up for the month of January. So we have an away game at Southend United. That's followed by an FA Cup game at home against Birmingham. And then we have League One away at Bury, home against Bradford. And then we're into the Checker Trade Trophy, I guess semi-final or area final, I think it is, against Charlton. And I believe that's 2 legs. So that's the month of January. So that will conclude this episode. and join me again very soon for some more gameplay action. And this is VillaBraves. Thank you very much for watching.